Hi and welcome to One Mommy Scrapping. I'm Amy and I love to create scrapbooking process videos and live stream and chat while scrapping. If this is something that interests you, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so you're notified whenever I upload or go live. Let's get started. Today I am doing a layout for my Journal Your Christmas album along with a sketch provided by Mixed Media Frenzy. The sketch has a lot of triangles on it, and when I saw those, I immediately started thinking about Christmas trees. So I am using Santa Squad by Bella Boulevard. I'll have a link to that collection down below in the comment section if this is something that you see that interests you. I decided to, instead of doing the big 12 by 12, I want to make sure I am getting stuff done in my Journal Your Christmas album, which is why I decided to take the sketch and then shrink it down. So I am going to use those small 6x6 pads of paper there, the sheets that I've pulled, to cut a bunch of Christmas trees. And you're going to see, I free cut these. I'm not sure if that was my best move. There's a lot of cutting and then recutting because making isosceles triangles is harder than it seems, let me tell you. So I have gone with a palette of trees being yellow, blue, pink, and red. And then I've got a couple that have white backgrounds and even that reindeer paper there. But I go through and I'm trying to just cut things of varying sizes. Now, the layout sketch itself has triangles scattered all the way from the top to the bottom. I didn't want to do that. And in fact, when I originally started cutting these triangles out, I was only going to do them on the bottom, like what you see there. I was like, I bet I could include some at the top. And that's what I end up doing because I'm going through right now and pulling out some of my die cut embellishments to see what could I do up at the top, because then it's very bare and there is stuff in the sketch at the top. Now, when it comes to mixed media for this, I kept it very light. I went with splatters and only splatters on there, and you'll see that happen a little bit later. So I have my die cut split up into 4 different groups. I got both the phrase pack and the die cut pack. And so I have one set of the die cuts that are like this more square type elements, rectangular, like the tags that you see. And then I also pulled out the second basket that I have, which are all of the ones that are just varying shapes. So like the dog that you see, and there's a circle in the trees. And I find that this helps me find the type of die cut I'm looking for, because a lot of times I know, hey, I want something that will kind of nestle in here and be a square element, a rectangular element. And here I am trying hard to get the paper. So what I'm looking for, that pink piece of paper you see, I'm looking for the other side of it. I had forgotten. I wanted more of the snowflakes, and I forgot that the pink was on the other side. So I kept searching for snowflakes and couldn't find them, and they were right in front of my face the entire time. So I pulled out my pack of scraps, which when I use collections like this, I like to keep my scrap paper with the collection. So I use these pocket paper files from Storage Studios. They are awesome. You get 3 to a pack, and I just keep it with my collection kit. That way I know, and I can pull out all at once everything that I have that is already been cut up. I could have gone and cut into 12 by 12 sheets for these triangles, but there is just part of me that just cannot do that. I know some scrappers can. I'm not one of them. There I am continually trying to get those to be smaller. Wait till you see what I do in just a moment. I kind of forget that those triangles at the top aren't really glued down yet. So I trimmed the bottom of that because I didn't want the 2 yellow triangles to be so close in size to each other. All right, and then adding in, I'm trying to spread out the color so you get some pattern, you get some of that read more of a solid, and it's a little spread out. I wanted to tuck that red in there. Oh, that red tree gave me a headache. Let me tell you. It was back and forth and back and forth. And then I realized, wait, I already have a snowflake tree. This was supposed to be the hearts. So I have to rub all of the adhesive off. And then the tree is way to the wrong size. And it's like, how many times can I trim it down? Because it matches almost perfectly the reindeer tree. I'm like, that's not going to work for me. And there's where I went and just picked it up going, oh yeah, forgot I didn't glue those things down yet. And here we go, more trimming and retrimming and retrimming. It ends up all looking very nice when it's done, but it was a bit of a headache. This is why I tend to go for things that are punched out and things that I can cut with my paper trimmer easily. So some of these patterns are ones where I have to turn the paper funny. So I wanted to make sure that the car, Santa's car there, or the gift car, whatever it is that's in there, and these nutcrackers as well, are all still looking in the right direction, because I would normally just cut it the exact same way I did the ones for the bottom section. And, that really kind of wouldn't work. There we go. So now those kinds of motifs are face up. And normally, like looking at it now, I don't like the reindeer and the two reindeer triangles opposite of each other, but it works. So I'm going to be adding in the gold splatters. I am using my favorite gold ink. It's Liquitex Professional Acrylic Ink in Iridescent Bright Gold. If I can find a link to it online, I will post it. I picked it up in Michael's. One of the things I would like to get this year is potentially their silver one. It is beautiful. It does not leave like the little halo that some of them do. It's wonderful. And you see, I just put the drops right there out on my Nuvo mat. That mat is amazing. I definitely hope that at some point they make an even larger one. All right, now it is time to add in my title. I've gone and let it sit for about 20 minutes or so to let the gold ink dry. I've decided to use these close to my heart letter stamps that kind of look like candy canes, and my title is going to be Dear Santa. Now, I have never used these before. I love how easily they stamp them. I think I'll be going back through with my black pen when I'm done though, because going over all of the different layers, sometimes it didn't give quite as clean of an impression as it could have. That E I almost stamped off the page. It's like, that's not going to work for me. So I just used my VersaFine black ink for that. And now it is time to actually finish up. Now there are two large gold splatters on here, and one you can see kind of at the right side. That one is not quite dry, and I decided I'm actually going to end up covering it up, which means I can go ahead and get everything adhered. I'll grab a paper towel in a moment. I'm going to use some red and white baker's twine to put through the loop for this tag. That's where I'll be doing my journaling. And there I go, dabbing to make sure it's dry. It was almost dry. I just was like, I can't wait any longer. And then I've got that cute little holly tab. This little dog, I just had to include. It, doesn't really, there's nothing to do with dogs in the layout, but I just thought it was so cute. And my daughter loves our dog, so I had to include it. I'm go ahead and checking the sketch there. And I see that there are some more, not like splatters, but I decide I want to include splattery things. So I take these stamps from LA Studio, grab the little open star, and just kind of sprinkle that around. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in some old Freckled Fawn star rhinestones that I have. Oh, I forgot I added the word wish list right there at the bottom of the tag. Then I'm going to go and add in these star rhinestones. I have to put one at the top of that little Christmas tree on the tag. But I try to sprinkle them around wherever I have the stamped star. So I want to thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. Check out my blog for more information on this layout, and have a lovely day. Bye!